So, hello and welcome everybody. I hope you all are doing good, great. I wouldn't say that I hope you all are positive because positive का meaning काफी change हो गया आजकल. So, I hope आप सब ठीक हैं. You all are doing pretty good and well. I am Shivansh Ahuja, the host for the first session of Rozgar series, which is about career in tech and also the founder of City Project Initiative. So we started back in 2016 with the culture of model UNs, public speaking and personality development, and then we thought we are lacking some ingredient even after orating 2,500 students of various schools and colleges across India and delivering over 80 workshops in the same regard. That ingredient, after discussion with my friends and family, was career consulting and advice. So finally, we invented that thing with the first session of Rozgar series, which is about career in tech. बट एग्जैक्टली टेक में होता क्या है? टेक में हम क्या डिस्कस कर सकते हैं? टेक में अपने क्या क्या चीजें आती हैं? तो मैं तीन चीजें बताऊंगा. अगर आप उनके अंदर फिट होते हैं तो ये सेशन आपके लिए है. उसके अलावा भी बहुत सारे इसके एस्पेक्ट्स हैं तो उनको भी सोचिएगा. I'll keep this session bilingual since we have a wide bandwidth of audience. क्या आप एक टॉप इंजीनियरिंग कॉलेज से नहीं है और आपको लगता है कि आप आसानी से फ्लिपकार्ट, फेसबुक, गूगल या कोई भी फर्म में टेक जॉब दे सकते हैं? क्या आप कॉमर्स ह्यूमैनिटीज फील्ड से और आपको लगता है कि टेक आपकी फील्ड है, आपको कोडिंग में जाना, आपको सॉफ्टवेयर इंजीनियरिंग करनी है? या फिर आपको फ्यूचर ऑफ आईटी, फ्यूचर ऑफ क्रिप्टो करेंसी, फ्यूचर ऑफ द टेक इंडस्ट्री, सेल्स फोर्स, डेटा साइंस, डेटा एनालिटिक्स, आर्टिफिशियल इंटेलिजेंस, डेटा इंजीनियरिंग, ये सब आपको पता करना है तो ये सेशन आपके लिए है. अगर आपको जनरल अवेयरनेस चाहिए, यू आर नॉट एबल टू फाइंड अ वे आउट एंड यू थिंक दैट आई कैन अटेंड दिस सेशन टू नो मोर अबाउट कोडिंग and more about how this entire scenario works, then yes, this session is exactly for you. Or if you are just to toodle around and just to meet our speakers that hey, you might be able to refer me after this session, then yes, this session can also be fruitful to you. Because we have got some great bunch of guys who are working presently at Mamaearth, have worked previously with firms like Policy Bazaar, Flipkart, InVideo, and even people who are about to develop the world's first meme-based dating app. So come, let's meet them. But एक चीज तो मैं भूल ही गया. लोग एंड में करते हैं, मैं स्टार्टिंग में करता हूँ. I would like to thank my speakers who are finally here. If at least 3 of them have turned out of 4, that is a 75% output rate. I'm happy with it. Also, all the people in audience, if there are 31 people also, so I would like to thank all of them. My family and especially my team, Sajid, Rani, Riti, Swati, Meher, and also Soumya and Swati. So finally, before going ahead with the first session, if in case you have any questions or any expectations, please keep jotting it down. We'll be able to answer it only at the end of the session. And also we are going live on YouTube. So Sajid, if you could please share the link of my YouTube channel. I would request everybody to please subscribe to my YouTube channel. And if you can, please follow me on Instagram for future updates related to the same. Thank you, Sajid. Please share the link. So finally, we can start with it. Oh yeah, I was just reading this article which tells about, okay, how many people use Bumble or Tinder? Or how many of you have heard about Bumble or Tinder? Raise your hands, just by show of hands. Only two people? Other people don't know about Bumble or Tinder? Any of our speakers?
Haven't been using Bumble since I think Sarvesh got and he has a lot of details. Happen is yeah, he's actually married, so yeah.
All right. Let's. All right. So let's kickstart this conversation. So I don't know how many of you have used these apps, Bumble, Tinder, Right Swipe, Left Swipe, or apps like Hinge. I have somebody with me who is on the verge of developing the world's first meme-based dating app at Smoosh. I would request everybody to please be on mute because I cannot mute everybody in person. Thank you. Everybody else except Sarvesh be on mute. Thank you. So I have somebody with me who's on the verge of developing the world's first meme-based dating app, has worked with firms such as Servify, which is India's largest device management system, has also been contributing to image processing and other things around it. So let's meet Sarvesh. Sarvesh, how does it feel to work for over 19 hours a day? Or I should say 18 hours a day and develop the world's first meme-based dating app with some folks at Stanford University? I wouldn't ask how it feels, but it would be really good for our audience if you can give some insightful suggestions around what is mobile development, फॉर बिगिनर्स ये कैसा लगेगा, फॉर एडवांस पीपल कैसा लगेगा, और एक क्वेश्चन मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंटली, अगर कोई कॉमर्स या नॉन आईटी फील्ड से है तो इसमें अगर एंटर करना चाह रहा है तो कैसे एंटर कर सकता है?
I'll address the last question first and change कर दूँगा speak in English and go. So the thing is कि अगर even if you're from a non-IT background or you're from an IT background or whatever, doesn't really matter. मतलब I tell you this frankly, the Indian education system, the kind of things that are currently being taught in engineering colleges, जो भी पढ़ाई हो रही है ना, they don't mean anything in the real world. Most of the things that you're going to learn in the job itself. या फिर तुम ऑनलाइन इंटरनेट पे वीडियोस देखोगे और चीजें सीखोगे. It's not at all related. And we are on the verge of a huge explosion when it comes to connectivity. We are in the wave of being connected to the best resources in the world. There Stanford के जितने भी चीजें हैं वो सारी ऑनलाइन हैं. MIT का OCW है. It literally has a curriculum. Questions, answers, सारी चीजें तुम्हें ऑनलाइन मिल जाएगी. You don't need to go to any good engineering colleges, or maybe you don't even need to be an engineer at all. You don't even need to have a graduate degree also. The only thing is that there should be, if you want to get into IT, if you want to get into any field type of your choice related to computers, so I would suggest be very internet savvy. By internet savvy, I mean try to form as much online connections as you can, and try to explore things. ऐसा नहीं है कि यार ये चीज पसंद नहीं आ रही है, अगर इसका अच्छी नहीं है तो हम अच्छा कर ही नहीं सकते. For sure कर सकते हो because the resources are immense. और बहुत लोग करते हैं. I personally know, मतलब I have a circle of people. Two of my friends, they are like 21, another one is 20. They're earning more than 75 lakhs a year at this stage, and they're related to IT, and they didn't go to college. They started working after 12th class. One of them is a UX designer. Another one is a React developer. React developer basically means you have 10 websites and all. And there's another friend of mine called Yash. He's a BCom graduate, and he is currently running his own company of mobile devices. So apps and he has huge clients right now. He's making at least more than 50, 60 lakhs per project. I'm just stating the numbers so as to let you all know the kind of work that you can get even after not having a particular background related to engineering or not having a very good score and college or not having a good academic background, especially in case of IT, it wouldn't matter at all. So, coming to the main-based data app, so I was working for this group of people for a project related to nightlife in Mumbai. We wanted to develop something with which you could actually explore all the nearby places which are hosting a nightlife event, and you can judge those things just like you can judge on Instagram by seeing stories and all. You can judge see the stories of these places, and you can see what kind of music is played over there, what kind of things are happening, and then उसके basis पर decide कर सकते हैं where do you want to go. Now these people, because of a few issues, we didn't end up launching that app. And then we finally they bounced back, and they ran an MVP. MVP is basically a minimal viable product. Minimal viable product मतलब कि minimum चीज जो कि एक market के अंदर आप throw करो और देखो कि कैसा response आपको उसमें मिलता है. So they do an MVP of an app which basically dealt with memes. आपको कुछ नहीं करना है. Current traditional rating scene ऐसा होता है कि you're swiping people. You're swiping profiles left and right, and it's very materialistic. It's very on the surface. You don't get to know the intricacies about the person, the kind of things that they may like. They have a section, but hardly know anyone pays attention to it, right? So we decided that it's better to have a much more user-centric experience when it comes to dating apps, and what is more user-centric than Promo. So if you connect with a person on a comic level, if you're able to get their humor, you have same kind of meme preferences, like maybe dance memes, what light-hearted memes, based on that kind of a thing, we match people. Then they can see the other person's profile, and then they can see what are their other preferences, what do they look like, and stuff like that. Currently, we have been in market since January. And in 4 months, we have scaled to 25,000 users. We've been covered in TechCrunch. We've been given TechCrunch is basically the manual, user manual of anyone who wants to know what's happening right now in the startup world, क्या नई technologies आ रही हैं, जितनी भी बड़ी-बड़ी companies बनी हैं, वो सारे के सारे उनके initial stages के अंदर tech crunch पे प्रोडक्ट हंट कैसा है कि कोई भी बहुत अच्छा सा प्रोडक्ट आता है तो प्रोडक्ट हंट वाले दे कवर these people. And yeah, so we have scaled to 20,000 people in the past few days. And honestly, everything that I'm doing, I'm currently heading the mobile development here. Initially, we are starting off with the iOS app. So just Flutter make already app. Flutter is a technology which can be used to write apps both in Android and iOS at the same time. So that app is already there in the market, but we're trying to make it even better using native technologies. And iOS and Android बना के हम better product market में shift कर रहे हैं. Currently, in the process of that. Okay, for the rest, and I'll tell you this जितनी भी चीजें हम यहाँ पे कर रहे हैं, we haven't learned anything in the college. The people that I'm working with, they're all from Pennsylvania and Stanford, and none of them have learned anything while they were in college. The only advantage that they got out of being from a good college is that the folks around them, the kind of people that they were around, they were all very motivated. क्योंकि tier 3, tier 4 कॉलेज में नहीं होता, but the reason why we all are here is because they're motivated, right? कुछ करना चाहते हैं अच्छा सा. So I don't think motivation is a problem. And if motivation is not a problem, then in that case, I believe it's very, very easy to get a very fruitful career in tech, and that too at a very young age. Just be motivated, just be internet savvy, and just try to learn whatever it is. Try to learn it thoroughly and try to find the right resources and people for that, which you will do if you're really interested in doing it.
Thanks, Sarvesh. Just a follow-up one-line question. Thanks, Sarvesh. Yeah, thanks, Sarvesh. So just a quick follow-up question I had around it. Any advice or tips you could give to non-engineers? Like, we understand that non-engineers can do MCA, right? They have excellent diplomas from IITs, non-IIT colleges also, right? We have some great courses of data analytics, artificial intelligence, right? BI, machine learning, etc. But anything except that you could say to the non-engineers, like people from, there are a lot of people we have from commerce background and non-tech background who are planning to enter into the tech background. So any like tip or advice you could give to them?
First thing, मैं बहुत सिंपल सा प्रोसेस है. 3-4 चीजों में चीजें ब्रेक डाउन हो जाती है. किसी भी चीज को तुम परस्यू करना चाहते हो तो तुम्हें सबसे पहले आइडेंटिफाई करना होता है. आइडेंटिफिकेशन कि आइडेंटिफाई करना क्या पसंद है. ये पता चल गया कि यार कंप्यूटर्स के अंदर इंटरेस्ट है, अच्छा लगता है कंप्यूटर प्रोग्रामिंग देखना है, फिर कूल चीजें बनाना है, देख के अच्छा लगता है कि और फेसबुक में कि ऐप में नई चीज आई है वो कैसे हुआ होगा, या फिर यूट्यूब के ऊपर वीडियोस कैसे चलते हैं, इस टाइप की क्यूरियोसिटी दिमाग में है, या फिर नई भी है but develop हो रही है because you see other people doing so good in the computer science field and learning so much वगैरह. तो मतलब अगर ये चीज है तो the first thing is identification. एक होता है कि what do you think you are good at. अगर तुम already ऐसे बैकग्राउंड से आते हो जहाँ पे you are able to identify designs very quickly कि this is a good design, this is a bad design. The UI UX is a career that you can for sure explore. If you feel कि यार तुम्हारी logical thinking अच्छी है कि तुम्हें पता है कि नेक्स्ट स्टेप्स क्या होने चाहिए, तुम नॉर्मल इंटरनेट पे कोई क्वेश्चनर्स करते हो, मैथमेटिक्स के पजल सॉल्व करते हो, तो बैक इज वेरी गुड फील्ड फॉर यू. तुम्हें लगता है कि तुम्हें स्टैटिस्टिक्स में हल्का फुल्का शौक आया था बचपन के अंदर 11th क्लास के अंदर प्रोबेबिलिटी वगैरह पढ़ाया था, तो फॉर श्योर मशीन लर्निंग की तरफ जाओ. तो पहला चीज वो आइडेंटिफिकेशन. नाउ यू आइडेंटिफाइड कि हाँ यार ये चीज मेरे को अच्छी लगेगी, so now you move ahead with the second step, which is getting the resources ready to learn. Resources ready to learn बहुत easy है. Google सर्च कर लो. Google के अगर तुम्हें and learn from the people से पूछो कि यार मैं हूँ commerce background तो कोई बढ़िया नहीं वाला. The thing is कि you just have to tell everyone कि I'm interested. I have literally messaged people in Harvard when I was in my first year of college. Professors at Harvard, professors at Stanford.
Illinois. You are missing on University of Illinois.
Yeah, University of Illinois, Harvard, Stanford, University of Michigan. I've talked to each and every. I've talked to people who are working at NASA, and hardly has it happened कि किसी ने मेरे को reply नहीं किया होगा. मैंने बच्चों से ऐसे questions पूछे हैं, मुझसे बहुत गंदे रहते हैं, but everyone is extremely supportive of it. तो ये मत सोचना कभी कि यार ये हो सकता है कि we're not able to we won't even fit in, हमारा मजाक हो जाएगा, वो नहीं हो जाएगा. अगर कोई डांसर भी है तो चले मुझे ठीक है. So the thing is कि try to approach as many people as you can once you know कि you have identified you want to do this. Once you can try to learn from the best. जो best लगता है वही कोई message करो. They'll give you they tell you the resources. Most of the people that I talk to, these professors, they give me a curated list of all the courses that I should be doing if I was interested in that field. You'll get those resources, try learning from them, and then start building something. Learning is the process of getting the required information, then comes the process of building things. Build things out, अच्छी चीजें लगती है, and then start applying for internships and for real life projects and stuff like that. तो तुम हो गए उसके बाद everything then come your way. इसके बीच में फीडबैक लूप भी चलाना, अगर लग रहा है कि यार मैं UX के साथ स्टार्ट कर दिया and I'm not really liking it, I want to move to backend as well, so it's not like you have UX idea तो backend पे नहीं जा सकते, backend भी जा सकते हो. फीडबैक लूप है, young हो, मतलब there's a lot of things, you do a lot of things, just keep exploring.
Cheers, Sarvesh. Thanks a lot for those insights. We will come back to you for some cryptocurrency questions in the second round. Next, I would like to ask Mr. Chaitanya Sethi, right? Chaitanya, how does it feel to be from a different branch than front-end, back-end, and which we call as Salesforce? So first, I wouldn't ask you how Salesforce is different from sales, but I would ask you कि Salesforce का scope क्या है, and also around your journey with Todd, because Traction on Demand is a very well-known Canadian MNC, and I also read an article how Todd helped BlackBerry to establish its operations in various states and develop a series of network systems. So पहले तो आप थोड़ा सा हमें Salesforce के बारे में बता दो कि अगर कोई early age पे जा रहा है या बाद में कोई Salesforce में जाना चाहता है तो कैसे करे, और Salesforce कंसल्टिंग जो आपका फोटे है तो उसमें क्या क्या आता है?
Thank you so much, Shivansh. Basically, जो सबसे पहला point मैं clear करना चाहूँगा is that Salesforce is nowhere related to sales. They are two different separate things. The name may confuse you a bit, especially if you're not from a technical background. So Salesforce is basically a CRM implementation. And to make it sound a bit easier, I would say, let's suppose you go to a bank and you ask the person to, deposit the money, and he or she deposits in the system, and all those things. So basically, that system which is being used by the employee is termed as a CRM, customer relationship management. Now, a CRM can have different aspects like sales, service, marketing, all these things. So one thing that all of us have encountered is कि हम कहीं भी अपना email डालते हैं तो we get the automated emails from it, right? So there may be a Salesforce marketing implementation that is happening from back end. जिसकी वजह से you're getting the emails as per your choices, as per your desires. तो ये सारी चीजें चलती हैं. Now the reason for naming this product as Salesforce is क्योंकि इसका पहला product was used for actually in the sales process of every company. उसके बाद they improvised and they created new solutions. The best thing about Salesforce is they are very dynamic. Salesforce has hands in cryptocurrency, in blockchain, in everything, in every possible technology you think of. And I mean, if people are from engineering background, I'm quite sure कि आप लोगों ने Salesforce का नाम सुना ही होगा. Especially जो अभी who are pursuing engineering right now, because Salesforce is teaching a lot of their component projects of free of cost. So yeah, that is a bit about Salesforce, and I would say कि web development, mobile development बहुत common terms हैं जो आप अपनी engineering life में सुनते रहते हो. Salesforce एक specific technology है जिसके अंदर coding भी है और consulting भी है. So if you are someone who like me who does not want to only code but also wants to do some consulting, and when I say consulting, I basically mean talking to the client, thinking about the solutions, then building them. So I started my career with Accenture, and there I was more into working per se on the laptop. But I wanted to learn something. How a combination of everything is there. So I joined TOT, as Shivansh mentioned. It's a Canadian-based company, and it has an expertise in the Salesforce solution with all the possible clouds. So हमने वहाँ पे client interactions करना और solutions build करना, solutions deploy करना, फिर उनके queries जानना, ये सारा जो end-to-end है, that is the job of a consultant. And if you are someone who wants to do a balance of both coding and talking, right? If you want to talk to people, understand their problems, and then weigh in the solutions as well, if you want to do both fronts, then consulting is for you. And if you search consulting looks like a very glamorous kind of a role here. Consultants कभी यहाँ जाते हैं, कभी किसी कंट्री में जाते हैं, कभी किसी that is true, but it's a very demanding job. I personally work for 9 to 10 hours on every different day. Sometimes there was a day also. So the best part is कि जो ये सीरीज है रोजगार started by शिवांश या फिर आजकल इतना सारा कंटेंट है. I remember me, Sarvesh, Shivansh, and Shivansh and Rohan who could not join. They're from the same college.
He is joining. He is joining. I guess he just woke up or something. He is joining.
So हमें तो थोड़ी देर तक शायद हमें आइडिया भी नहीं था कि इतने सारे रिसोर्सेज भी होते हैं, हमें पढ़ना भी है. So you guys are quite lucky, especially सेल्स में कि आपको इतना अच्छा एक्सपोजर है, and you have people who can talk to you. You have people like Shivansh who help you out for all these things. So please take.
Chaitanya, I guess Chaitanya is not audible. Is it only me or he's not audible?
He is not.
Chaitanya, you are not audible. Will you please repeat the last sentence and check your voice system?
Am I audible now?
Yes, thanks.
Yeah. So I was just saying कि जो आपको भी ये experience है या जो opportunities है online जितना कुछ available है, so as Sarvesh also highlighted, तो उनको जितना use कर सकते हैं करो और choose any technology, going to web development, going to mobile, going to Salesforce, सबका अपना अपना scope है, सबके अपने pros and cons हैं. But yeah, college does not matter at all. Only your knowledge matters at the end, and that is so true. And हम लोगों ने भी बहुत factor packages से start नहीं किया था. So it's okay to start with a mediocre package, but if you are on the right track, you get an opportunity. But I would say one line: be prepared to work your ass off. You will have to do that. There is no doubt about that. So yeah, that's from my section.
Thank you, Chaitanya. And just to add on, like I still remember those days which were our like last final year college days. क्योंकि college के final year में I had also see some questions की placements और interview की preparation and that also I'll be asking to Shivansh and Rohan. But before that, just a quick incident I remember कि जैसे थोक के भाव में हम होता है हर college में there are some companies so called named as Accenture, TCS, etc. who come and take people in bulk. So everybody waits that is the ultimatum company, and then when the dream company comes, I'll think about it as a second option. So it's not like that. Even if you're not getting an opportunity, आपकी bags हैं, आपके compartment आता है तो आप नहीं कर सकते. Because I can give you a number of examples where this has happened, and people after that also get amazing. Exactly.
But Shivansh, I would like to add one thing. कि numbers important नहीं है, no doubt. पर numbers इतने जरूर होने चाहिए कि आप जो criteria है वो qualify कर सके. ताकि you come to the mainstream and then you excel in something and then you get a premium thing. So it's always a combination of both what you know, technically आपको क्या आता है, plus how you can speak, how you can present yourself. It's always a combination of both in the industry. So this is, I mean, I'm not very good in the industry, but जितना मैंने देखा है, उसके हिसाब से it's always a combination of both. This is what I feel.
Absolutely. Right. That is there. Okay. Now next, I would like to move to somebody who has worked with renowned firms such as Policy Bazaar, and right now he's working with Mamaearth. His name is Mr. Shreyansh Jain. But एक बात है, Shreyansh, Policy Bazaar या Big Bazaar prefer क्या करोगे?
Which gives you more money.
अच्छा, that which gives you more money. Right.
Yeah, so that is that. So one thing I want to point out is that it doesn't matter if you're from an IIT or from an IIT or TNC college or a listed college. Frankly speaking, when I joined Policy Bazaar, I was the only one. So I joined the Policy Bazaar as a senior technical assistant, and I was in the core team of the post-processing journey, like the post-purchase journey. And I was the only one who was not from an IIT, not even the listed colleges, not even the NIT. I was the only one who was not even from IIT. So when people used to ask me, I had to introduce myself, right? So whenever you join a new company, you join a new place, I have to introduce myself. Sarvesh here knows, Sethi here knows that I have spoken literally many times that I feel ashamed of. Initially, I used to be ashamed of telling that I was studying in that college, and because people ask me that which college did you graduate from? Okay, and they form perceptions, but and after that, after realizing that I am at the same place where the people from the IIT are, and I'm kind of getting the same exposure, I'm kind of getting the same people to work with, which those people are getting. So it doesn't really matter. It doesn't really matter if you're from Eastern College, if you're from
And right now I'm Mama Darling, and I am here also. Here also, since it's a product organization, and product organizations tend to be very sticky to the listed colleges also. Whenever product-based organizations goes to hire or recruit someone, they tend to not go to those colleges which we are from, like JCRC. Like Polisoya didn't come to JCRC. Mama didn't come to JCRC. Invido didn't come to JCRC because they want to get the freshers from the listed college. But right now, I'm in Mama Darling. I'm leading the content development or the verification development stack of the Mama Darling, and I am the only one that is the lead, and I'm the only one from not from a listed college. All of the people that I am managing, I am leading are from colleges that you have heard, that you have trained out, like IITs, NITs and all. So this is something that I want to point out. This is really very important that it is not end of the world that you are not in good college. You have the exposure, you have to have that enthusiasm, you have to have that motivation inside of you that okay, you have to do something, you have to get up. Okay, you didn't study in 12, you didn't study. Even if you did study, you couldn't make it because of a bad day. We cannot live it on our education system, we are living it. We have to live it. We have to be content with the education system. But yes, because of just a single day, your life doesn't change. Here, I am not from IIT, so I cannot do something. We are not from JC, we are not from IIT, we are from JCRC, and college, no one could have heard of. And frankly speaking, when I tell people in my organization and my previous organizations, no one has heard of JCRC. But yes, I am there. I am making my name. And frankly speaking, I am making JCRC's name in those organizations. So it is not at all constraint that you are not from this college. That is something that I can assure you.
So Shreyansh, my next question would be, because you do front-end development, so there are some people from school also, some beginners and some tips you could give to people from where they can prepare for front-end development, and some resources you could suggest them.
Yeah, so front-end development and so in all is a very vast field. So if I generalize it to some, if I specifically talk about front-end development, it involves like the user experience, whatever you see on any application, on any website, or any mobile, and whatever you see, whatever you experience, user experience, whatever the user experience is on the product is about front-end development. It comes along with HTML and CSS knowledge, the very basic thing about front-end development, and the core thing that all the websites, all the like not even named it and go to technical terms like the engines of the browsers, but yeah, the main thing, the main language that we work with is the JavaScript. So, the resources about JavaScript are, it's a vast language. I'm still learning. I learn each day, and I'm sure that in technology, my friends Sarvesh, Rohan, and Chetan, in technology you tend to learn each and every day. But yeah, talking about the resources, there are a lot of resources about JavaScript. As Sarvesh already explained it very well, learn from the best. Learn from the best in the organization. Be it Udemy, be it Coursera, be it any of the YouTube channel. Learn from the best. Do not think like that. I'm from that background. I'm from that college. My grasping power is not that much. Just again remember one thing. Just because you have the field, it doesn't mean that you doesn't have that much grasping knowledge as any one of the folks from top tier colleges would have. So learn from the best. Just learn from the best, and yes, you will tend to become that. Yeah, that is what my suggestion is. Learn from the best. Yeah.
Alright.
Yeah, I think Shreyansh's point, I think what he's saying is, yeah, maybe your first job depends upon your college, but your next move. So if you make it count, then you can go anywhere. And I think the best example of that is Rohan. And
Exactly.
I think he's the best person to say that.
Thank you so much, Shreyansh. Rohan, so basically I'll be moving on to Rohan. So Rohan is presently working with Smart News in Japan. That is why अगर आपको लग रहा है रोहन अभी सो के उठा है तो you might be right. Because there it is, what time Rohan? 1:30, 2 o'clock.
No, it's actually 10 yeah, I just
Okay, so basically Rohan is presently working as a software development engineer with Smart News. He has worked with the Walmart acquired company, better known as Flipkart. And at Flipkart also, he has done a great job. He was the software development engineer too. He has been a mentor with Udacity and Stellar Academy. And also he has worked as a tech lead with Clarisites and also as a product engineer. So Rohan, how does it feel to be?
हम लोग रोहन से पूछते हैं, जैसे हम लोग यहाँ पर बता रहे हैं, हम लोग रोहन से पूछते हैं.
मतलब हमारा भी सेशन होता है इसका रोहन हमको बता रहा होता है कि भाई हमारा
is the one book we put or any other like
is our group.
We'll have the session after this with one.
So basically, Rohan, how does it feel to catch up for this show, though it is a bit late?
Yeah, I was not planning to, but I don't know, I overslept.
Okay, so my question is not like कि college कितना matter करता है. मेरा question ये है कि for example कोई tier 2 tier 3 की बात नहीं है, but if anybody wants to prepare for companies like Flipkart, be it like for interview tips or be it something like you can advise if people are in third year. So what advice you would like to give working in such good companies?
So like the first step is so interview बाद में आता है, like the first step is getting the interview itself. Basically the first part of getting the interview is like you apply, you send your resume. So someone will look at your resume and then they'll see कि क्या है. So I mean that's the first step and that's the step where you get rejected. So I mean like a lot of books talked about like college and stuff, whether it matters or not. But the thing is like the resume or your profile is the thing that matters. So how do you make your profile if you're from a tier 3 college or if you're not from a good college? So college is like this, so if you're from IIT and if you don't have anything in your resume, then you're gonna get rejected. Or at least like if I'm looking at your resume, I'll be like if you don't have anything in your resume, even if you're from IIT. So that's the thing. So you should be doing things and improving your profile and skills, obviously, and also like those skills matches with the job. So for example, if you want to apply for a front end job, then like have you created any front end projects or not? And like what kind of projects have you created? So that is one. Another is like have you done any open source contributions? So I think open source contribution is a really good signal because they are like we know you have contributed to a project that is being used by a lot of folks and that is
Sorry to interrupt, but what is open source contribution?
So open source contribution is like so for example we use a lot of projects which are free and open source. So they are like for example Linux and all the libraries that we use. For example, VLC Media Player, right? So these are like free projects. So the source code is available on GitHub, and people build them in public. So you can just go to GitHub and see their source code. You can also contribute. You can also create issues there. So for example, Linux is one example, and all popular libraries and like a lot of other things are open source. So basically, you can just go to github.com and see the source code of these projects. So yeah, that's open source.
Rohan, we have a question. Like, okay, so something you could suggest for the beginner level also, like if anybody at a beginner level is aiming for full stack development because you are a master in that.
So like if you so beginner should not do full stack development in my opinion because so how I became a full stack engineer because I worked full time as a front end engineer at Clarisites and I worked as full time back end engineer at Flipkart and then I had like both front end back end experience. Then I became kind of full stack. So it's very difficult to do full stack because you need to so like backend is like a vast field, so it's front end. Then like there are a lot of specializations in like backend and front end. So in my opinion, like it will be very overwhelming and will not make sense for a beginner to do full stack engineer. Also, there are not that many full stack engineer jobs for beginners. So it's better to just stick to either front end or back end. Then like as you progress in your career, then you learn more and then you can switch to also.
All right, thank you, Rohan. Now we will move to the next level of this particular episode. I guess yesterday or day before yesterday, I was discussing with Sarvesh two things. One, that El Salvador had recognized cryptocurrency in its legal tender, and also the co-founder of Infosys, Mr. Nandan Nilekani, also endorsed that we should treat cryptocurrency such as Bitcoins, Ethereum, etc. as assets. So we have two people who have invested a lot in Bitcoins, in Ether, and also in lesser known cryptocurrencies. For example, Singularity Net. So basically, all those who don't know what cryptocurrency is, it's a form of a blockchain technology, something like a digital currency. You can hold it, you can sell it, you can see what the graphs are there. Something which forms it is the mining processes, and all this, as per my knowledge, started back somewhere in 1983 with the cryptography being started in America. And then after 4 or 5 years, they used to call it DigiCash. And after that, in 2009, an entity of engineers came up with a pseudonym. What was the name? Satoshi Nakamoto, if I'm not wrong. So the Satoshi Nakamoto was there, and then we saw the rise of Mr. Elon Musk. वो तो सबको पता ही, Elon Musk ने बोला डॉज कॉइन ऊपर हो तो ऊपर होंगे, उन्होंने बोला डॉज कॉइन नीचे हो तो नीचे होंगे. फिर then he met Anonymous. उन्होंने इतना अच्छा काम किया कि अब Elon Musk डर के थोड़ा बैठ गए हैं. So वो हुआ, and after that we have also heard about Winklevoss brothers who filed a lawsuit on Mark Zuckerberg for these digital currencies. But trust me, digital currencies are also a source of side investment, side hustle is side investment. And I would like Rohan and Sarvesh to briefly explain कि cryptocurrencies में अगर invest करें तो किसमें करना चाहिए और थोड़ा about cryptocurrencies. And I would like Sarvesh to start with it.
Yeah, I would. Investment, I don't know if it's the right word at this junction for crypto. Rohan, would you agree with it or not? Yeah, I think so. Yeah, the thing is that investment is something that you know कि it's an investment. You know कि you're investing in something which will lead to you increasing your money, right? Now crypto is something which is still very nascent. बहुत ही Bitcoin 70,000 पे पहुंचा था, लेकिन the thing is कि it's still very volatile. There is no regulation. Bitcoin का अलावा just laying down the framework of risk management before deciding to invest your money in crypto. Crypto is something, as Mark proven very aptly put, कि if you're out of your 100% of the income, spend 50% on your expenses and leisure. Invest 20% in low risk things like FDs, RDs, and stuff like that. Donate 10% if you can, and invest the rest 10% in extremely risky things. और वो रिस्क इतना बड़ा हो सकता है जो कि मतलब अगर सारा पैसा गया तो you're okay कि हाँ भाई सारा पैसा डूब गया, it's okay because you won't have to mortgage your house and stuff like that. तो उतना पैसा अगर है तो for sure before investing in crypto, take out a lump sum, only that much amount that you are completely willing to lose. It's called party cash. कि आप जितना एक पार्टी पे खर्च करने को रेडी हो उतना ही आप क्रिप्टो के अंदर भी डालें. तो starting off with the cryptocurrencies का investment you know cryptocurrencies में belief, तो उस belief में आप पैसा लगा रहे हो, and that belief is basically कि ट्रांजैक्शन करने का जो तरीका है फ्यूचर का वो is not traditional regulated bank oriented system. वो तरीका एक decentralized system है. Decentralized system का मतलब ये होता है कि बहुत सारे लोग हैं, जैसे डेमोक्रेसी चलती है कि सारे के सारे लोग मिलके गवर्नमेंट इलेक्ट करते हैं, वैसे ही सारे के सारे लोग मिलके पूरा सिस्टम तैयार करते हैं जो कि पैसा सर्कुलेट हो रहा है मार्केट में. तो मतलब कि कोई कॉइन बढ़ेगा तभी जब ज़्यादा लोगों को रखने की उस कॉइन की वैल्यू है. फॉर एग्जाम्पल कल को मैं एक बिजनेस स्टार्ट करना चाहूँ और उस बिजनेस को मैं बेचना चाहूँ, मेरे को चाहिए कि मैं पब्लिक मनी ले सकूँ. पब्लिक मनी या तो मैं फिजिकली रुपए के फॉर्म में ले, ठीक है, लेकिन रुपए का फॉर्म जो है वो गवर्नमेंट कंट्रोल है. कल को ऐसा हो गया कि गवर्नमेंट ने बोल दिया तो यूएस अपना इंडियन रुपया का वैल्यू बहुत कम हो गया यूएस की कंपैरिजन में, और आप जानते हो यूएस, और आपको पता चलता है कि यार यूएस के कितना वैल्यू आई एम नॉट वेरी वेरी गुड. इंडिया में बहुत सही. तो वहीं पे वहाँ से ये कॉन्सेप्ट भी आता है, क्या होता है, पार्शियल जीडीपी का. ठीक है, तो नाउ द थिंग इज कि अगर मैं एज अ कंपनी खुद की करेंसी बना के दूं कि यार दिस इज हाउ वी आर गोइंग टू ऑपरेट, अपनी करेंसी बैक रहेगी, रुपीज से या किसी भी चीज से जो भी आप इन्वेस्ट करना चाहो, और आप इंडिया में हो या फिर आप यूएस के अंदर हो, जो करेंसी मेरी कंपनी की है आपको मेरी कमोडिटी उसके लिए मिलेगी। फॉर एग्जाम्पल मैं गाड़ी बेच रहा हूँ, मैं बोलता हूँ 5 बिटकॉइन की है, अगर मैं इंडिया में होता तो भी मैं 5 बिटकॉइन दूंगा उस गाड़ी के, मैं वहां पे होगा तो भी मैं 5 बिटकॉइन दूंगा। अभी वो यूएस डॉलर से होगा, सिर्फ वो यूएस डॉलर में पेमेंट एक्सेप्ट हो रहा है, यूएस डॉलर के हिसाब से रेट सेट है। लेकिन मैं चाहता हूँ कि मेरी क्रिप्टो करेंसी के हिसाब से रेट सेट हो, तो वो मेरी कंपनी और मेरे लोगों पे डिपेंडेंट हुआ इंस्टेड ऑफ गवर्नमेंट के आपस में पैसा कितना ऊपर नीचे जा रहा है। कल की तारीख में यूएस डॉलर का बहुत ज्यादा वैल्यू के कंपैरिजन टू रुपए, तो अपने तो दिक्कत हो गई क्योंकि अपने को ज्यादा रुपए देने पड़ रहे हैं। तो दैट इज द थिंग, वॉलेटिलिटी गवर्नमेंट का कंट्रोल, गवर्नमेंट का इंटरवेंशन क्रिप्टो करेंसीज की मदद से कम होगा, लेकिन बहुत सारे चैलेंजेस हैं। फिलहाल बिटकॉइन इज डूइंग गुड, बिटकॉइन अच्छा कर रहा है, बिटकॉइन में इन्वेस्ट, मैं पर्सनली पैसा डालूंगा, आई पुट इन मनी, और भी मतलब छोटी मोटी क्रिप्टो, मतलब ऑलवेज फॉलो प्रिंसिपल फॉलो करना किसी भी कॉइन में पैसा डालने से पहले कि ओनली इन्वेस्ट इन व्हाट यू नो अबाउट। तो मैंने पर्सनली कॉइन में हेवीली इन्वेस्ट कर रखा था सिंगुलैरिटी में, जो बेसिकली एक चीज कर रहा था जिसको बोलते हैं अपन आर्टिफिशियल जनरल इंटेलिजेंस। आर्टिफिशियल जनरल इंटेलिजेंस का मतलब ये होता है कि एक एंटिटी जो इतनी इंटेलिजेंट है कि उसमें जनरल इंटेलिजेंस आ गई है। तो मैं उससे बोलता हूँ कि हाय मेरे को तुम्हारे साथ चेस खेलना है, तो वो चेस भी खेल सकती है। मैं उसको बोलता हूँ कि हाय मेरे को तुम्हारे साथ डांस लेसन्स लेना है, तो वो तुम्हें डांस भी सिखा सकती है। ऐसे एंटिटी बनाने के लिए अपन क्या कर सकते हैं, बहुत सारी स्पेशलाइज्ड एआईज को एक ही प्लेटफॉर्म पे ले आओ, तो बहुत सारी स्पेशलाइज्ड एआईज की एपीआई से तुम इंटरैक्ट कर सकते हो। और एपीआई मतलब होता है कि इंटरैक्ट करने का तरीका, कि कैसे तुम उससे इंटरैक्ट करोगे। एंड देन मल्टीपल सर्विसेज एक साथ मिलकर एक मल्टीपल आर्टिफिशियल जनरल इंटेलिजेंस एक चीज बना सकती है। लाइक बेन वॉटसन करके बंदा था जो कि सोफिया रोबोट का उसने बनाया था, हैंसन रोबोटिक्स का रोबोटिक डिवीजन जो हैंडल करा था, तो ही क्रिएटेड दिस कंपनी कॉल्ड एजीआई सिंगुलैरिटी। एंड जो उसका कॉइन है, उस कंपनी को तुम्हें पैसे देने हैं, उस कंपनी की एपीआई यूज करनी है, उस कंपनी से इंटरैक्ट करना है, उसके लिए एक कॉइन है जो कि एजीआई है। स्टिल मतलब बहुत ही ज्यादा स्टार्टअप्स जो होते हैं उनमें जो पहला इन्वेस्टमेंट किया होता है वो वाली स्टेजेस में, सारी क्रिप्टोकरेंसी वाली स्टेजेस में इंक्लूडिंग बिटकॉइन। तो मतलब ये है जरूर है कि हाँ इन्वेस्ट करो, बट सोच समझ के करना है। तुम्हें पता है कि प्रोडक्ट है और तुम्हें लगता है कि हाँ यार इस प्रोडक्ट की फ्यूचर के अंदर वैल्यू होने वाली है, बिटकॉइन की मेरे को लगता है वैल्यू होने वाली है, एजीआई की मेरे को लगता है वैल्यू होने वाली है, इसलिए इन्वेस्टमेंट समझ लीजिए।
And how about Singularity Net?
तो सिंगुलैरिटी नेट एंड एजीआई आर द सेम थिंग।
Okay.
सिंगुलैरिटी नेट तो कंपनी का नाम है और एजीआई जो उसके
Tokens हैं, right. Okay. So Rohan, you would like to add on something since you have also been investing in crypto?
Yeah, so I also don't fully consider it investment. By the way, whatever.
Rohan, your video is lagging.
But yeah. क्या आवाज आ रही?
Yeah, अब आ रही है.
So like there are like couple of things that I do. So I mean it's not just I buy some coins and keep them. So I do things like invest money in DeFi or liquidity swaps. So these are things like so basically like you keep liquidity of 2 coins, and when someone exchange it or buy it, then you get some fees in return. For example, like ये जो forex वाले होते हैं, these guys keep dollars and rupees, right? If you want dollar, then you pay them in rupee and they'll give you dollar. You're going outside India, but then they'll also charge some fees. So it's similar to that. So it's called a liquidity pool. I put some money there, and there I earn yield from my crypto card. For example, if you want to buy Bitcoin, exchange Bitcoin and Ethereum, so then you can like go there and do that. And some fees will be charged, and I'll earn that fees because I remain invested in that coin. So something like that. So this is one way. Other way is staking. So staking means so like Bitcoin works on proof of work, right? So it's like
people give their computing power और मतलब एक तरीके से बहुत सारे माइनर्स होते हैं जो अपनी कंप्यूटिंग पावर देते हैं और वो सब एक टैक्स सॉल्व करते हैं कंप्लीट करते हैं उसको सॉल्व करने के लिए और जो सॉल्व कर पाता है वो ट्रांजेक्शन वेरीफाई करता है और ट्रांजेक्शन वेरीफाई जब करते हैं जब उन्हें रिवॉर्ड मिलता है बिटकॉइन तो ये बिटकॉइन का था now the new coins Ethereum and Cardano they use proof of stake तो उसमें ऐसा होता है कि वैलिडेटर नोड्स होते हैं और वो ट्रांजेक्शन वैलिडेट करते हैं और अगर वो कुछ फ्रॉड करेंगे गलत करेंगे तो उनके पैसे कट जाएंगे इसलिए उनको एक स्टेक रखना पड़ता है मतलब कुछ पैसा रखना पड़ता है कि फॉर एग्जांपल ईथर वेरीफाई करना है तो की वैलिडेटर नोड को 32 ईथर रखने पड़ेंगे एंड if they do some fraud then their 32 ether will be destroyed so उनका loss हो जाएगा इसलिए they cannot do any fraud it's proof of stake so you can also put your money in the staking pools and earn a yield of 7 to 8%. For example, Ethereum का जो staking pool है there you can make 7% yield in ether. So yeah, that's another way to like kind of invest in cryptocurrency. Third way is like doing mining, so you can set up your own systems and mine Bitcoin or other coins. So I'm also doing that. So like there are couple of other ways other than just trying to produce a coin. And yeah, of course you can buy and hold the coin. But it's more about if you believe in the technology and the coin, so you should not get greedy or like ऐसे नहीं सोचना चाहिए ये इन्वेस्टमेंट है 3 साल बाद पैसा डबल हो जाएगा और स्टॉक के जैसा है इट्स नॉट लाइक दैट इट्स वेरी वॉलेटाइल एंड इट कैन गो डाउन एंड अप कैसे भी depending on government regulation. So like it's more like an asset class. For example, like अपन मतलब कुछ लोग सर्विस जैसे लोग घर पे सोना रखते हैं जिनके पास ज़्यादा पैसा होता है क्योंकि like अगर फ्यूचर में मतलब कुछ अपोकलिप्स आ जाए और रुपए की वैल्यू नहीं रहे या करेंसी और बाकी चीज़ों की वैल्यू नहीं रहे so then you can maybe use that gold. So it's kind of like an insurance or an hedge against the rupee or like your other things, right? So similarly, you can treat Bitcoin. It's a hedge against the rupee or like whatever currency or assets you have. Because like future में like if you get a situation, so you cannot trust the government's like I don't know like if you don't want to put 100% of the trust in the government. You like they'll keep printing money, so value of rupee will come down. So for example, like if you are living in a country like Zimbabwe or somewhere, where like it's hyperinflation and like all your money is worthless. So अगर ऐसी situation होती है तुम्हारी country में you want to save yourself from that, so then you can maybe put your money in alternate asset classes like Bitcoin or gold or silver. Now the advantage of Bitcoin is over gold and silver and those kind of things. Like Bitcoin, actually you can easily transact, you can easily send anyone. So gold, how do you transact? Like if you have a bar of gold, how do I give part of that to Shivan? Right? So it's not practical. So that's why. Another thing is like it's easy. Like कोई घर में चोरी कर लेगा, then they can take away your gold, but like they cannot take away your Bitcoin. So because it's very secure compared to all other assets. One more point I recently tweeted is like people say like that gold has some value, Bitcoin. Basically, they argue like gold is limited and that's why it has value. So, but if you see the progress we are making towards space and all, like things that were not possible like 5 years ago, 10 years ago. Now we are actually doing that. Jeff Bezos is going to the moon maybe, and like space industry is like just innovating a lot. So maybe like in 25 years, maybe we can reach in a state where we will be able to mine asteroids. So then maybe we'll able to get a lot of gold easily, and then the value of gold will come down. So if you have just invested in gold or in this one asset, then you can then you
your whole money or your whole wealth is not safe. So then, in that case, maybe you can invest in like these cryptocurrencies to save yourself from that kind of scenario. But that only if you have a lot of money. It's not for like if you're a student and like if you have like 1,000 rupees pocket money, so then yeah, don't invest anywhere. It's for people who are like invest technically. First thing you need is money.
Alright, thanks Rohan. Now I would request quickly Shreyansh and Chaitanya to give us brief around what is the future of tech and what are the budding fields. So if you could just explain it in 2-3 lines, like what do you think is the future of tech and name some 2-3 budding fields. One we know like is data analytics, business analytics and intelligence. What other things you could suggest and what is the future of tech? So Chaitanya, would you please start?
First question, future of tech. It's a very generic question, and tech is the most dynamic field you can be in. So, you have to be very updated about it. But what I feel is, since everything is going remote nowadays, earlier employers used to think that whether employees can work from home or not, there was a confusion about it. But this pandemic has actually forced employers to make their employees work from home, and as a result of which a lot of productivity has increased, and the costs for the employer has reduced as well. So in tech, pick up any technology, but be good in it, right? And especially the technology that you learn in college, especially if you're from a college like us, year 4, those technologies won't be at all useful to you. So go on Udemy, go on Coursera, Google stuff. Uh, a simple query as top 10 technologies to learn. That's good to go. And pick up anything technology like don't just go for it and like if it's just like blockchain. Don't just go and start the blockchain or the cryptocurrency technology. I mean, something that you I'm not much knowledgeable about crypto and blockchain like one side. But yeah, my point is that the technology which you are learning, you should know all the pros and cons of it, and you should have the very basic knowledge of it, right? So that is my answer to the future of tech. So pick up any technology, just latest, and just make sure that you know each and everything about it, and you know why are you into it, what is your future, what is you'll be doing after 10 years, 15 years, like that. And the second one was
The second one was basically you could name some budding fields or some growth sectors where people could go on.
So the thing is that I can speak about my technology, Salesforce. The best part about Salesforce is that it inculcates a lot of technology into it. There is Salesforce just acquired Tableau. Then there is data analytics. There is platform development. There is cryptocurrency involved.
Marketing cloud also. Right.
Salesforce has marketing cloud. If you are someone who wants to give you technology but into more into the marketing side of it, then Salesforce marketing cloud is for you. So there are so many different fields into Salesforce itself. So Salesforce itself is a very big technology which has a lot of domains in it. So yeah, that is a very good thing for you. And just as an FYI, I've added a link in the chat where you can find a free of cost course on Udemy for people who are interested in learning Salesforce. Relax, you need not have any prerequisite or any technology learning. It's just an introduction to that course. That what is Salesforce about? What are the certifications? What is the career? What is the salary that you can get as a fresher in India? I mean, all those different aspects is quick 1 to 1.5 hours course. If I would have gotten, it would have been really easy for me to proceed to go through that. And then if you feel that you need more advice on Salesforce, you need more technical knowledge on it, feel free to reach out to me, search me on LinkedIn, or take my contact from Shivans. I'm always there to help people in my so yeah.
Okay, next I would like to ask Shreyansh, like except front end, could you recommend like 2-3 budding fields and tell us in brief like what do you feel is the future of tech?
Something that I really think that is going to make a difference in coming near future is the data field, the data analysis, the data science. Because right now I'm working in an e-commerce organization. I'm working for developing an e-commerce platform. I'm developing a platform that is being used by that is having almost 300 to 400 orders per second. So the data is something that drives the tech. Right now, a lot of startups, a lot of productivity, or a lot of startups, or a lot of productivity companies. I'll give you a very short example. That what data team provides us, what insights data team provides us is, let's say a user has come to an e-commerce platform. A particular product has been scrolled by a particular user, and how many products related to that has been scrolled. So all these things, all these interesting things, all these insightful things, all these things that make us develop a picture, all these things that make us develop a product, all these things are provided by data. They have a lot of data, and they actually choose that what data is actually useful for the company, what data is actually something that is going to give us revenue. Because as we all know, wallet comes to making money, nothing can survive without making money. So something that is really important to have it that is the data, and I really think that in the near future, the data science or the data analyst or the data-driven technology is going to be the next thing of there.
Right, thank you, Shreyansh, for highlighting us. For all those people who are interested in data science and analytics, if you have heard of the Clubhouse app, there is a very innovative group there, a very innovative club named as Data Science and Analytics. Only there you can get to meet people from Nike, Playboy, and other like Play Store, PlayStation, etc., and other renowned firms. So in case anybody needs invites or wants to get into the app, wants to talk to those people, you can reach out to me on any of the platforms, or you can mail us as well, because I have some extra invites left and I would love to help you out in it. Now moving on to quickly the last round. It's my favorite, it's the rapid fire round, right? So I would like my speakers to be a bit fast with it, right? And just give short answers related to it. So first is a choice question and I'm going to address it to Rohan, right? Rohan, Smart News or Flipkart?
Smart News.
Smart News. पैसा ज़्यादा मिल रहा है. Nice. Fixed or flexible hours of working?
Flexible, obviously.
वो दिख रहा है हमें. Nice. Next, one free time activity that you prefer, except it should not be tech related.
Video games, anime.
Last game, अच्छा, anime. Okay. The entrepreneur or one person that you follow in your life.
Sorry.
One person that you follow in your life. Be it an entrepreneur, be it an educator, educationist, anybody.
I'm not sure. There are a lot of folks.
सर्वेश का नाम देने वाले थे आप, मुझे ऐसा लगा कि
Yeah, Sarvesh.
सर्वेश, right? हाँ. After he has done developing Smooch, then हम सब वही use करेंगे. Tinder, Bumble सब चले जाएगा उसके बाद. All right. So, okay. Next is Rohan Joshi or Rohan Malhotra. All right. So that was just a spoiler. Now next I'll go ahead with Sarvesh. Sarvesh, Bumble or Tinder? Smooch अभी पूरी तरह आया नहीं है मार्केट में. Bumble or Tinder? Let's be good. Hinge. अच्छा, कोई सुन रहा है, आपको पता है ना यहाँ पे. That's great. Salary or workplace? Both. Doesn't seem to be good, yeah. Okay. Going around with the next, skills or experience? Favorite app in your iPhone or whichever phone you have right now? इतना सोचना क्या पड़ रहा है? Swiggy. Okay. Last dialed person in your cell phone except Rohan and me. Okay. Now moving on to Mr. Chaitanya Sethi. Please put on your webcam. Hi Chaitanya. Are you out for a Swiggy order?
Yeah, Shivansh, I'm so sorry. There is some internet issue here at my end. Just give me a second.
Okay. So can we go ahead with Shreyansh first? If Shreyansh is okay. Okay. Shreyansh, college or job life?
Job life.
Impressive. Favorite music album?
Nothing as such.
Nothing as such. No music album. Okay. Last show you watched on an OTT platform?
This is us.
This is us. Big Bazaar और Police Bazaar तो पहले पूछ चुका हूँ. Mama Earth और Papa Earth?
Mama Earth.
Shivansh joke.
Something has to be added.
Some,
yeah. Okay. Going on forward with Chaitanya. Work from home or work from anywhere?
Work from anywhere.
Okay. Family or friends? I thought to give you a tough one.
Sandwich and food.
Sandwich or both. Okay. Favorite book?
and Demons. It's a fictional one, but I really like it.
All right. So with this, we have come to an end of our first episode.